So I went on vacation for a week and came back and noticed I got a handful of weeds in the lawn. Not a perfectionist when it comes to lawn, nor do I really care, but one thing I don't like is a bunch of weeds coming all out of it. Let me show you some different types of weeds and how to take care of them naturally. Here's our first two right here. These are ground covering weeds. They pretty much develop just like ground cover does. You can see them sitting there on top. And all you have to do is get down in there and find out where the root is. Trace the root back down to the bottom. And then pull it. Once you find it, there we go. Do another one. Just happened to come back to two of these guys sitting here. Get them all the way down where the root gets into the soil. If you can, loosen it up a little bit by moving it side to side and then pull it off. If you do like I did there and snap the root at the end, that's not great. There's a good chance that one will come back because the majority of the root is still in the ground. Keep an eye on that. The key to any weed management is to get it at the root, right where it goes down into the ground. If you can't get it down there and you can't pull that root out, don't be surprised when that comes right back later on. Also, you have to have time to be able to do this. If you don't have time, you're going to be looking at calling a grass company in or somebody like that to do it for you, because you're not going to have the time to do it yourself. Pick a lot of weeds out of the lawn all the time, and it pretty much just boils down to how much time you have to put into it. Walking by casually, I just pull some out. Don't really use any harsh chemicals to get rid of them. Just get them out by hand. And then this stuff is nasty. This is clover. It's the worst. Because clover, although you're looking at a spot that's this size, the roots for this are probably reaching out about 2 times the distance all the way around. If you could find it when it's just a couple of leaves sticking up like that, that is the absolute best. But if you get down and see where this clover goes, so those little tiny thin bright green, that's the clover right there. And you kind of all pull it back out. It likes to weave itself around the grass. Got this one little clover that's sitting way off over here. Don't be surprised at all when that is connected to the base of the rest of the plant, which this one is. You see, I know it's really hard to see on this, but down at the bottom down there, this is spidering out along the ground. And what makes clover worse is that when it gets really tight into the dirt, it just starts another set of roots right there. So you can pull off all the clover you want on top and it will come right back because you did not get the root. And getting the root is how you get this stuff out. So you can do this naturally, no chemicals needed, but you have to be willing to invest the time and energy to pull it out. And then like this stuff, you have to know where you pulled it and go back every couple of days and look to see if something new might be there. So I've just been very carefully moving everything around until I'm starting to get down to the base of it. And sometimes you get surprised. Like occasionally I'll go pull these out and I am just looking at one corner and the other corner sometimes 1.5 feet away. Again, wiggle it, try to get it loose and pull it out. There you go. There's the whole piece of clover right there. If you pull that out and you look down and there's still pieces of clover left down in there, that means you're not done. You gotta keep going. Almost helps to have some sort of like a really big comb. But the key is, see, all that clover went back to this one set of roots right there. And unfortunately, the bigger that gets, each one of those is gonna put out more roots, and it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you will need chemical intervention of some sort to get it back under control. Or even worse, you might have to plant a new piece of sod down to get rid of it. Moved a little further bit out. See, here's a leaf right here, and a leaf here, and a leaf here, and it's kind of all in this area. So these probably are all rooted together. So you're gonna have to start the same thing. Just dig down in there and start playing find the root. You could gently tug on these, but if you tug them any harder than just very gently, you'll hear a snap, and then it comes off in your hand, and now you've just made the plant grow bigger. I should say the weed grow bigger. So you just want to gently lift it. See how that one, now I've got this whole thing sitting in my hand. Nowhere close to being done with this yet. I don't know if you can see that. What it does is it gets down there and starts going underneath other pieces of grass into the dirt. Sometimes you have to lift the whole thing back out of the dirt. Just very carefully keep pulling that root. Keep getting it to go further and further back. Again, if you want this stuff gone, it's going to take a long time to do. It does. Mowing them under won't help. Like right here, I could feel this root, so I went and got underneath it. Hopefully I could pull the whole thing up without breaking too much. See down in there, still pulling more out. It's kind of weaved itself underneath all this grass. Just keep opening the grass up. Keep gently tugging on it. Eventually you'll make a way back to the base, wherever that may be. Just keep sticking my finger down there with it. And you'll break some grass for sure doing this. See right there, I don't know if you can see that, but it's rooted again right there. So if I were to break this right here, this will just continue to grow because it's still rooted in actually two spots. Here comes some more. Where is that going? Oh, look, some little baby ones came out. Yep, this stuff just keeps going. So I try to do it in the morning time when it's shady. It just keeps going. And when you think it's gone into the ground, just pull on it. Not very hard. Remember, grab as close to the dirt as you can. just pull on it. And you'll start finding out that instead of pulling out of the ground, it starts pulling in a different direction. And that's where it's going. I might have come to the root on this one. Looks like I've got a bunch of different ones coming in right here. So if I pull this one, yeah, it kind of helps to be good at undoing knots too. Because that's kind of what this is like. It's like pulling knots. Well, where does this one go? Pulled some more out there. I like these big hubs like this because it means sometimes you've gotten really close to where I've found the center. Hard sometimes where it goes in. It might look like grass, it might not. Again, just grab that center of the root far down as you can get it. See, I've got these other little clovers sitting around here, and now my brain's like, all right, well, where are these guys going? Let's see if we can get them out too. Oh, they're going further off. That means they're part of another one. Start the process all over again. So I think I found the end of this one. As I pull that out. Yep, there we go. I'll lay that on top, sorry. Alright, there's the root structure there. And the roots don't have to be too huge. But they will sometimes. But everywhere these things basically kink on here, they've also rooted into the ground. You can see I've got more dirt right there. This is about, from that little one that was just sticking out there, this is about 14 inches long. And I've still got more to go on this other stuff. So here's some clover I picked earlier. Quite a big spot that I had mowed over, gone once it was went on vacation here. But as you can see, what I saw is this stuff over here. And then what I ended up pulling up, it was rooted here, it's rooted here, 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 all the way back. This is as far down as I was able to pull it out. And this is went on over here, and that is actually starting to twine with another piece that I pulled out of here. As you can see, it just creeps out in all directions. And everywhere where it's rooted, like these little spots along here, if you were to snap the branch on either side, this will just continue to turn into the soil and grow. And it will continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's the reason why you don't want to use, try not to roll it over with a lawnmower once you start getting it.